Welcome back, beautiful souls, to the next installment of What If Naofumi Was a Demigod? So, where we last left off our story, Naofumi, for the third time, ran into like this woman, and they basically were pointing at each other and both said at the same time, "You, you're not human, are you?" So we cut back to that scene, and Raftalia is just looking at this woman, just kind of inquisitively, and the woman sees like the child on Naofumi's shoulder, and she's like, my apologies. I didn't mean any offense. It's just I thought I killed you the other night." And she begins to like, her face begins to like turn red a little bit, and Naofumi like rubs with like his free with his free hand, because he's holding on to Raftalia's like legs, keeping her from falling off of him. And he's like, "Yeah, well, you got one mean right hook there." He's looking around, and people are starting to, "Don't mind, ma'am. Can we go somewhere more private? What I have to ask you is, don't think I should say it out loud." And Naofumi, like that whole time, his face did get a little bit red as well. And Reptalia is just sitting on their shoulders, kind of seeing this. Is a little confused, a little like wondering what the hell happened. So they make it to a secluded area, and Naofumi like sets Raftalia down, and then he bows. It's like, "I'm sorry for well, but I have a question. Were those wings I saw?" And the woman is shocked by this, and she's like, "Don't tell anyone about that." And now Fumi just kind of goes, "Raftalia, close your eyes real quick." And when Raftalia, Naofumi says, "You can open your eyes now." And because Naofumi had to release a little bit of his aura to kind of let his wings unfold. But as he's unfolding his wings, the woman is just staring at him like, "You're not human." And it's like a smile begins to creak over her face. And Naofumi then says, "Yeah, you're not human either. You're magic, or... Well, my ability at hiding my wings isn't really magic per se, more like a biological thing, but why do you hide your appearance?" And then the woman's looking around, and she's like, "Not here." Naofumi retracts his wings in like a light, and Reptile gets right. And Naofumi's like, "Oh, sorry, Raftalia. well, how about we go, as he picks Raftalia up and grabs the woman too, and basically runs out of the city into the forest. The whole time the woman's like, wait, why are you? And when they stop, like, she's looking rushed, like, how did we? And Reptilia's like, so fast. And now for me, he's like, oh, sorry, Raftalia. Well, I showed you mine. It's only polite to show me yours. And the lady goes, I don't trust humans. Now Fumi chuckles and he's like, well, I'm not human entirely. So that you're like me. The woman kind of jumps, like jumping and smiling, and he's like, yeah, and neither is the little one here. Yes, the term that would be used in your world would be demi-human, but my world, people like me are called... Now Fumi's looking around, and he's like, he whispers, Demigod. The woman's eyes go wide as, like, all of a sudden, like, her form begins to morph, and she sprouts a tail and wings, and two horns come out of her head, and scales kind of cover her body. And now Fumi grabs Raftalia and jumps back, and he pulls out like his battle axe, and he's like, if you mean my sister any harm, I will slay you right here, Dragonkin. The woman, like, screams out, and now Fumi just sees the fear in her face, and he's like, sorry, I've ran into things like you. My world, they're not nice. As he bows down again, and he's like, I'm sorry. And before now Fumi can lift up, he hears a loud roar, and people in the kingdom are scared because that was the roar of a freaking dragon that just echoed across the land. And the woman in front of him, like, roars too, then another roar, and then the one roars back and now Fumi's just looking at her like, huh? What the fuck? Kind of look, and he just sees like the frustration on her face, and then she roars one more time, and there's no reply. And the woman looks at Naofumi, and she's like, I'm sorry, I thought I could trust you. Now I'm gonna have to leave this place. Humans, they don't like people like me and my... Well, they don't like people like me. And if they knew what I was, they would try to kill me. Now Fumi breathes out, and Raftalia is just standing there. And Naofumi walks over to her with his wings out and a halo starts forming over his head. And he looks at the woman and he's like, sorry, it's just someone like you killed one of the last people in my world that I cared about. Truly sorry. You have nothing to fear from me. You're not evil. That much is clear, because otherwise you would have attacked us with your breath attack. In any case, keep your head down. Try not to hit normal people. If I didn't have this blasted blood in my veins, that would have killed me. The woman is shocked by this. It's like, you don't hate what I am? I don't like things like you, but you're not a demon. Did meet one of your kind in my world that kind of ran off without destroying like your blasted kind can do. And if you were evil, there would have been more bodies piling up every day that you were in the city. Again, I'm sorry. Again, Naofumi just grabs Raphtalia and like starts walking away. Raphtalia's like, Sir Naofumi, what's wrong with the nice lady? Nothing, Raphtalia. It's just be dangerous for her to travel with us. And people already don't like me because, well, I'll tell you later. So, Raphtalia and Naofumi spend the rest of the day. They were going to go into town and get a room for the night, but Naofumi is like, I should probably avoid the town. Somebody probably saw my wings, and just whatever. So they spent like the day like slaying monsters, and Naofumi's collecting more regents, and Raphtalia also helps collect some herbs. Like Naofumi explains like what type of herbs he needs to collect and what he's doing, and giving her a little, like basically teaching her things that she would need to know, and telling her how you could craft like certain poultices and healing items from like herbs and stuff. And Raphtalia is shocked. She's like, how do you know all of this, Sir Naofumi? Naofumi just rubs her head and is like, well, remember how I said I lost my mother? As like he pokes like the fire. Just a few minutes, a couple minutes afterwards that they finished up, and he was starting like to cook something for them to eat. My mother, she was killed by demons in front of me when I was 13, after my 13th birthday, and well, like I told you, I understand it. I understand what it means to lose someone you care about. He looks over at Raphtalia and she's kind of tearing up, and Naofumi's like, oh, don't worry. It's just, I've had to take care of myself. Humans kind of mistreated me as well in my world. And then Raphtalia wipes like the tear from her face. So you're half God? Naofumi just looks at her. It's like, yeah, in my world, things like me are called abominations. mixture of human and something else. Kind of like that lady back there. My guess is that she's some kind of ice dragon descendant or something. But that's her secrets, her life. Though, rubbing his chin, she would make an excellent party member. She can bust my lip like that. She has to be strong. Then he looks at Reptalia and she's looking and she's like, Sir Naofumi, you're right. I'm sorry for worrying you, but my parents, they were killed by a monster. And she starts crying. Naofumi pulls a handkerchief out and like wipes her face, and he hugs her and he's like, well, I don't have any family and you don't have any family. I kind of think of you as my little sister, and well, Raptalia like hugs Naofumi, and she's like, hey, so what does that mean? Well, since you don't have any family left, and I don't, how about you really become my little sister? Reptalia wipes away, like gets out of like the embrace, and she's looking at Naofumi, and she's like, "Do you really mean that?" Yeah, I mean it. It's just I don't know, Reptalia. You have this spirit that you want to survive, and if you want to grow, if you want power, I can help you with that. But it's going to be a rough road, and, well, I don't want to see you get hurt. Reptalia stills herself and looks at him, and he's like, I'll be your sword. I don't need a sword, Reptalia. I need a friend, family, someone I can trust. But here, as he hands her a bowl, like as he like pours like soup into it, and hands her like grabs the loaf of bread that he has and breaks it in half and hands it to her. She's like, are you sure, Sir Hero? Food always tastes better when you share it with people you care about. It's something my mom always said. It's kind of funny. You sort of look like her a little bit. Now that you've gotten bigger, I won't be able to give you piggyback rides anymore. Well, I mean, I have the strength to, but you're kind of almost fully grown now, I'm assuming? And you didn't really explain that properly. Yes, big brother Naofumi. Naofumi smiles. Demi-humans, when they gain levels, they grow and mature. With that, you beautiful souls, is going to be the end of this part. The next part probably won't be out until the end of the year or the first. There's a lot of stuff I have to go over that. I had this part kind of half done already, so I decided to just go ahead and get it recorded. Most of my parts are going to be short for this series, but I will get this series finished up, and there is a clear ending for this and a clear set of things that will happen. That being said, like the video, if you, because it helps out with the algorithm to get my channel out there. Comment down below what you think about it, and I will see you beautiful souls in the next video.